It's OK Football's Champ Chat, where we discuss everything that's gone on this game week in the Championship. I'm Ollie Kay. I'm here in the heart of Hightown, the Bricklayers Arms. I've got my co-host. I've got Wedge.
Hello there.
I've got Phil.
Good to see you all.
And chaps, how are we doing? And what games took your eye this weekend? Obviously, Luton Preston.
Yeah, that was on the ITV4's highlights package because they were obviously recording and getting really excited about Matt Bloomfield being a new appointment. But it was a game of not a lot.
It was
short,
a game,
not very sweet.
It was a game. It was one of those ones where I don't feel like either team could lay a claim to say that we should have won that. None of the chances were clear cut. It was 0-0 all day long. As a Luton fan, it was a game where you kind of think,
Luton
right,
fan?
there was who would have thought? Yeah, neutral vote.
We're neutral.
Neutral. But yeah, I think that Matt Bloomfield, obviously, he's tried to instill a few things over the few days that he's been there. The weird thing about coming out of the ground, though, yesterday, and not to detract away from that particularly boring game, but as a Luton fan, everything went against Luton yesterday in terms of the rest of the scores. I think even the one that took a little while to come through, there was a medical emergency which meant that the Pompey game was delayed, and they ended up turning over Middlesbrough 2-1, which Matt Ritchie, a bit of a throwback to a few years back, got a double. I don't know whether he meant the last one. I don't know whether that was a cross that skewed or if he did mean it.
I think it was a really tidy finish. Like,
do you think?
Cut straight across to the face of the goal.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I felt like he was just trying to blaze it across with someone to try and get on the end of it, but maybe I'm doing him a misjustice there.
Tidy finish, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, the first one was very good goal. Very, very good finish for that one. I'll give him credit for that one. But
they're home form at the moment as well. Pompey's really helping them out at the moment, isn't it? So to turn over Borough, especially when Borough were ahead as well. That was a great goal by Latte Lath as well. By the way that he took the keeper, in his stride, it was a really, really good finish. They'll do well to keep him. I think that there's a lot of people that are in for him over January.
Atlanta are in for him for £20 million. That's not
Atalanta.
That is not Atalanta. It's Atlanta
in America.
Really?
In America, and I'm like, how do the MLS have that much money? I don't get it. And it's not the best move for his career.
No,
the MLS is on par with the Scottish Premiership, but you know, if they want to spunk 20 mil on him,
you get to share a picture of Messi once a season.
Messi, Messi to Aberdeen, thank you.
Well, they're going to get Alan Campbell soon, aren't they?
But Pompey's Pompey are making a good fist of it. They're picking up points again. They're doing really, really well. So fair play to them. And then elsewhere in the relegation zone, Hull picked up 3 points, 3 massively important points.
Getting a little bit of luck on their side now, aren't they? You know, coming back against Leeds, and then the goal.
I don't think there's anything lucky about it. They changed manager at the right time, and Ruben Sellers has done a great job there. He has, and
I'm talking about the way the goal went in. You know.
Jake Cooper. You know, giraffes.
Exactly.
They're not very good on their feet, are they?
Yeah. But 3, 4, 5 games ago for Hull, that would, that wouldn't be going in for him, would it really? So
that kind of shows you about where the luck's sort of changed, I think. I'm not saying that Millwall have been particularly lucky up until this point, but I'm saying that they'll be worried because their form's gone down the pan. They've has Essa gone?
Yeah, he's gone to Palace.
Essa's gone, and he's a fantastic
Can you imagine
player.
Esse and Eze?
That's going to be a commentator's nightmare. Millwall will look at that own goal yesterday off of Jake Cooper and think, oh my God. It's a bit like the own goal. No, it wasn't an own goal, but the huge deflection that Luton suffered against QPR. It's sometimes things just go in. You just go, for goodness sake! And I feel like Millwall might be looking over their shoulders now.
Yeah.
Whereas
it's not a good run for Millwall. So essentially, in their last, so
I mean, they're plummeting like a stone.
They had a win in the cup against Dagenham, didn't they?
Last 12, they've only had 1 win.
There you go.
That's the Luton form right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Alex Neil's really got a proper job on his hand. Because do you remember when they won like 4 games back to back and ended up in the playoffs? Like pretty much instead they have 1 win.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all gone Pete Tong.
Yeah, I mean they've got a run of games which they'll be looking at thinking we need to pick up points here. Having a look, you got Luton, Cardiff, Portsmouth, QPR, Preston, Plymouth.
tell you what, Cardiff have had a good run of form recently.
That's a run they need to take advantage of. Cardiff, did you say?
Yeah, Cardiff. Like since their loss to Oxford on Boxing Day, they've beaten Watford, drawn against Borough, and they've drawn against Watford again, and then they've beaten Swansea 3-0.
What?
I don't know what.
Do we say team performance of the week there for Cardiff?
It must be.
They scored more goals than
anyone else.
Yeah. Well, Callum Robinson though, that was a good turn, but I don't know what Harry Darling was doing.
I'll be honest.
Of the box. I think his head's gone to. He's already at Bristol City in his mind, thinking about a nice lucrative contract.
You reckon? I mean, I'll admit to you, I'm not
a sideways move, isn't it?
I mean, not when they're giving you more money.
No,
I said that about Cal Naismith, and then Luton got promoted the next season.
Yeah.
And
I was distracted, I'll be honest with you, rather than looking at what the defensive frailties were. I was distracted by the absolute limbs in the state. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you talk about like derbies that mean everything,
that's a massive one.
Yeah,
you could see the smile on Robertson when he got that second goal. Like he was just looking at the limbs, wasn't he? And he was properly taking that in. And you know how much that means to Cardiff.
Yeah, cult hero status loaded. Yeah,
exactly.
Here I am. But and the last goal as well, the header.
As someone who used to play as centre half, that header is what you dream
underside
of
the crossbar, Bosch.
Yeah, what a bullet header that was. So,
and I know this is going to sound really, really pathetic, but I say that's the wrong word. You know, when you're a football fan and an actual fan and you love the passion, I have to admit I loved the fact that Omar Reza got sent off. I love the fact that he was just like, no, over virtually nothing. But he was like, actually, no, I'm not doing that.
The field of play.
No, you can't. He's wrong. Just to be clear, he's wrong for doing it. But on Derby Day, when you're absolutely fueled to the max, and you think it would have been really easy for people to say, look, you've won 3-0, don't worry about it. But actually, Cardiff fans, tell me if I'm wrong, but coming away from the game, they were like, 3-0, our manager got sent off because he was having a dig at their player. I'll absolutely take that, you know. So it's different with derbies. It's different.
You got to think, what made him do that? Although the day before, his dad passed away the day before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so our condolences to Omar Reza and his family.
Oh, sorry, my mistake there.
No. But obviously that would have fueled it. And there was also at the Pompey game as well, the medical emergency, that fan passed away as well. So our thoughts go out to that Pompey fan and their family. No one should go to football and not come back. But with Omar Reza, he was obviously emotional.
Agitated and emotional.
Yeah. But also the heat of the moment as well. It's Derby Day. A player comes bumping into you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reaction.
He didn't look on purpose either. He knew he wasn't going to get to the ball, I guess, and you know he could have stopped it. As
a player from Swansea, you're thinking, I'm 3-0 down. I'm going to get pelters from my own fans. I'm going to get told off by my own coach when I go back in. Maybe he just thought, sod it. I'm going to give it a bit of the beans. But ultimately, Cardiff, really good run of form. Absolutely, they'll be elated about the Derby Day win. And I think you're probably right. Like, performance of the day for them.
Yeah,
it lifts them out of the relegation zone.
It does. Everyone at the bottom sort of picked up form now. The only team that lost was Plymouth.
Yeah.
And even that, I'd say that was a tight game. Plymouth looked all right for
Plymouth's keeper had a worldie.
I was looking at two players for player of the weekend so far, because obviously a couple of teams not played yet. They're both goalkeepers. You got to give Trafford his dues for two penalty saves. As much of a wind up he is, and
he's a
cheat. Don't like Trafford. But
I don't like
fair
him.
Play for saving 2 pens.
Exactly.
But I don't know.
In that situation,
Isidore, we were talking about it on the concourse yesterday. Isidore, he's sort of gone off the boil, hasn't he? But go on about Trafford.
And then, I was thinking you got to give him, props for saving 2 penalties late on in the game when the stakes are high. You're playing Sunderland, another promotion chasing team. But Bradshaw for
Grimshaw.
Grimshaw, is it?
Grimshaw.
Well, Bradshaw's just moved to Oxford, doesn't he? Tom Bradshaw.
Yeah,
from Millwall.
Oh, right.
He's
Grimshaw's the goalkeeper.
Sorry,
my
I thought their keeper was Hazard. Is he injured?
Must be.
Like, it's amazing.
They seem to have really good goalkeepers.
Yeah. I know.
They just
Michael
cultivate.
Cooper.
Yeah.
And Connor Hazard.
Yeah.
And now this
Grimshaw.
other bloke.
Yeah.
You know.
He's
Other bloke. Performance of the day, other bloke.
Other bloke. Yeah.
I can't get his name right. You just know he's another bloke, you know. But some of the saves, they weren't routine saves either.
No.
Like he kept Plymouth in that for
The
as
ball
long
was
as
behind him
possible.
when
What are they putting in the water at
Michael
Plymouth?
The Frey one, the Frey shot, from like 6-7 yards out, and the ball felt like it was behind him, and he still got. Oh, it's unbelievable.
So I mean, although they inevitably ended up losing, I think certainly big shout for player of the weekend there.
And they'll be excited because they've got a new coach, and they'll be looking like Luton fans are to see what the ethos is. What does this new Plymouth era look like with their first ever overseas coach?
It's a very motivational manager, isn't it?
There are moments in life and moments on the football pitch where the heat is on and the pressure is on. People just disappear, run away, hide. Other people like Nance stepping up. That's courage. Balls.
Like, that clip went out of him like geeing up the players like in their first meeting, and they've lost both games. 1-0. Well, they've been tight games.
No, they beat Brentford away in the cup, didn't they?
I don't know if he was in the dugout for that one.
It was.
No, he was appointed like the same day, wasn't he? I don't think he would have taken that one. He definitely wouldn't have had time to work with them. Maybe. I think that I put that down to Whittaker magic, to be honest. Like, what a player! Like, if they lose him this window, they're down.
Screwed. Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah. I mean, there's a was it a 5-point gap between us and Plymouth?
Just above us,
and then there's
Plymouth 21.
There's 3 of us on 26, isn't there? And then 2 on 27.
Yeah.
But QPR, I mean, they keep winning, don't
they?
They
just keep winning. Yeah, no worries about them.
Fuentes doing the job. He really is.
Yeah.
You reckon they've got enough to get second half of the season up into the playoffs? Because that'll be a hell of an achievement, won't it, from where they...
Well, they got to keep this fella, Collie.
Yeah.
Young lad, very good.
Scored the goal yesterday, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He did indeed.
Very tidy finish as well.
Yeah.
After another save by Grimshaw against Ilias Chair. Yeah. So
QPR fans banging on about this guy. He's like, I think 18. What a talent he is. Great head of hair as well.
Great head of hair. Yeah. That's where Chong's went.
Well, a head loss of the weekend. It's actually from, I think, Thursday night. So we can't talk about Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday because we record this Sunday morning. Did you hear about the fan forum at Sheffield Wednesday with Dejvon Chansiri? So he met a bunch of the fans. And the fans absolutely lost their mind over this. Yeah. He essentially said, I haven't spoken to Danny Roll this year. He hasn't come to me with any transfer targets. It's crazy how well Sheffield Wednesday are doing when off the pitch they are a complete basket case.
Yeah.
Like, I think if Danny Roll leaves, they just plummet.
Yeah.
Because Chansiri is a nutcase.
Yeah. A good friend of mine, he's a Sheffield Wednesday fan. And I was speaking to him on Friday, and he was saying that the owner is just like a huge child. He's just a child that throws a temper tantrum. He just happens to have money. He was saying that about the situation with Danny Roll. And Danny Roll's stock is way high. Way high.
He could go anywhere.
Yeah, there's been appointments in the Premier League recently where I know there's been a huge sigh of relief to Owls fans that have been like, right, Southampton have got a new manager, fantastic. West Ham have got a new manager, fantastic. Yeah, they were really, really worried about losing him, and it was a case of them questioning him and saying, "Oh, what about transfers and getting people in?" He was like, "Well, it's not up to me. He needs to come and ask me if I want.
Yeah.
If I want to." I mean, it's just pathetic, really, and he's very, very fortunate that he's got a manager that the players are playing for, and that they're where they are. Because if he doesn't get backed over the next couple of weeks, if it just stays the same as it is, and he does happen to want someone or 2 or 3 players to make a push further up, because they're well placed Wednesday, they could easily make a push for the playoffs. He could just say see you later, and then you just see them pick up no points. I think that they would just plummet like a stone. So yeah, it's a pretty bad situation for Wednesday.
Really
but also a good situation for Wednesday whilst Roll is still there. So he's the safeguard of the club really at the moment. So
if a team in the bottom half of the Premier League loses a manager, or a top half Championship club.
Yeah.
Who's their manager? I can see him going there.
Yeah.
Shall we stay in Sheffield?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So
Top of the table.
Standard Sheffield United 2-0, right?
Their first goal hit both insides of the posts and went over.
Burrows, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He took the penalty as well.
Yeah.
I was like, where's Kiefer Moore? We spoke about this before, about Kiefer Moore having the penalties. I don't know whether he was even on the pitch, to be fair. But it was a good penalty. Another one that was off the post as well.
Yeah.
He hit the post 3 times and scored 2 goals.
And you saw Gustavo Hamer. Who was
from the halfway line.
Yeah, who had the shot yesterday for Preston where we said that's the...
Hughes.
Yeah.
And we said he was trying to do a Josh Windass.
Josh Windass effect, isn't it? Like everyone's going for the old Josh Windass now, isn't he? But yeah, Sheffield United, another clean sheet for them. Looking good.
Standard,
they do look
victory.
good. And the biggest thing is they lost Suter to an injury, but Jack Robinson's filled in absolutely fine. And it goes to show the 4-2-3-1, it works. It really does. And Burrows in that very advanced position, that works as well. Like potentially, taking our unbiased hats off, could that be a position that Alfie Doughty could work in?
Wow.
I think so. Yeah, but we should have saved that for the Luton Town show, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
It's not our problem though.
We got that strong thoughts about it, But they're looking good. I mean, that top 4 is
it's heating up,
tight,
isn't it? Yeah, like you saw from the Friday night game, the 0-0.
Yeah, that was a heated game. And also, I mean, you said about James Trafford getting being in line for performance of the week. It's difficult. I guess you do have to give him credit for saving the penalties, but the absolute housery around it just makes me I can't.
Unlikable.
He's really unlikable.
Really
and then
unlikable.
to sort of have his after match interview and outright say, "Oh yeah, I had a hamstring niggle," when he celebrated like a jack out the box after he got back up from diving to save the penalty. I thought it was really poor form, and it will be a case of people saying, "Oh, you got to try everything you can to gain an advantage." But he 5 minutes just for him.
It's just gamesmanship.
On his gamesmanship. And that's probably personal because I just don't like the guy because of the history we had with him last year. Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like that's bad form. But great actual play. I have to give him credit on the one hand, but say how much I didn't appreciate that on the other hand. And it was a penalty, by the way.
Yeah.
The second one, people. I think the commentary on Sky has potentially skewed some people's thoughts because it was such a low amount of reaction from the commentators. It's like, oh, what's the referee doing? What? Well, we don't know what he's doing. And he's pointing to the spot because he's just been taken out. It's a penalty. And I feel like people have got on that and kind of gone, oh, no, I don't think it was a penalty. Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah. So, but like I say, they didn't get it. And again, Burnley, another clean sheet. I still think they've only conceded 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A goal every 3 games.
They don't score many, but when you don't score many, don't let them in.
And again, you pick up points. And then when you're relying on James Trafford to make those saves, he's done his job. So, yeah, fair play to him. But it'll be interesting to see how Leeds take advantage of 2 of their rivals only picking up a point. See how that goes.
So I've got 2 shouts for performance of the week. They're sort of tongue-in-cheek ones. So Stoke, they drew 1-1 with West Brom. Yeah. And obviously they lost Tom Cannon, but they brought back Nathan Lowe from... was
he on loan at Walsall?
He was on loan at Walsall in League 2.
Yeah. Wow.
It was a sweaty goal, but fair play because he's a kid. And it was like pinball and it sort of deflected in off him. Fair play.
Yeah.
For
take a chance,
And that must have made him really, really happy considering he's first choice striker by virtue of Tom Cannon being recalled. Tom Cannon could be going to the, Burnley and Sheffield United are both in for him. Another shout, tongue-in-cheek shout for performance of the week. So Watford beat Derby 2-0, and they just got this kid from Udinese, surprise, surprise, called James Amunkwa. And
Did you see the tackle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was such a good tackle.
Puts a reducer in, kicks him up in the air.
It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely all about that. I saw the highlight of that this morning.
Surreal.
Brilliant.
Like, don't do that. That could have been an injury in the first minute.
No.
I hope Kate can overlay it to this.
Oh, yeah.
The way he kicked him up. Oh
that was the archetypal. Let them know you're there in the first few minutes. Like it was absolutely brilliant. I thought it was fantastic.
To the championship,
There's me. There's us Giving a Watford player these props because he's putting a proper dynamic tackle. Go on, son.
I don't like Watford, but I do like that challenge.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good,
and it wasn't a yellow card, by the way. Bollocks to that. There was no way it's a yellow card. He won the ball.
It's an early yellow.
He won the ball. Nah.
Dangerous tackle.
He done well.
Derby in trouble?
Derby are getting sucked into it, yeah.
I think everyone from, Cov down? Everyone's in with danger of getting sucked in. Yeah, Cov down. Maybe Oxford are sort of pulling out of it now. Maybe I'd say Preston down from
Coventry.
16th
I
down.
think. You look at Coventry's home form; they are practically unbeatable at home. I think Coventry, aren't they? Whenever I look at
it's with Lampard, isn't it?
Yeah, away from home. Terrible, but I think Coventry they've got enough to come up.
And it was
another result. They got a win against Bristol City, didn't they? Which
another result that brought Bristol City back down to their natural area.
Yeah,
12th.
Yeah. We're in danger of a black hole forming in the Earth's atmosphere if Bristol City don't finish 12th this season. And Thomas Asante, so he's been Brandon Thomas Asante. It was a great goal. He's been linked with Blackburn for 1.5 million. Cov only just got him in the summer.
Yeah.
So
and he scored a great goal.
Yeah,
and that's pittance, isn't it, for him? I feel like he's worth more than that.
I'm sure they probably spent a bit more.
We've talked about him a lot this year about how good he's been.
But I guess that they didn't expect Bassett to be so good. They didn't expect Mason Clark to be that good. So maybe they just don't need him.
Yeah, maybe
he wants game time. I like taking the unbiased hat off again. I'd take him at Luton.
Oh yeah.
And I said that on Twitter this morning, and people were like, other than the pace, he can't finish. Well, look at the goal he scored.
Yesterday.
Decent finish.
And look at how Luton strikers are scoring this year. So need
someone to freshen it up,
Yeah. No, I feel like that's and it was good. Ultimately, it was one of those ones where I think Lampard said that he was really happy with the way that they played yesterday. I don't think that they felt that they were any sort of real danger.
Bristol City don't offer too much.
If you stop them having a Scott Twine free kick, then job's a good one.
I'm just saying this so the Bristol City TikTok admin can, hopefully he's watching our stuff. He can just clip me again.
No.
And I'm wearing a hat so my hair doesn't look so stupid this time.
No, he only subscribed when we were under our old guys, didn't he? No,
it's easy when it pops up on your Twitter, right? And let's finish this off with what I think was goal of the week.
Goal of the weekend.
Yeah. And you tried to tell me off camera that it was deflected.
I feel like it was.
I think it was a sensational strike. I love Cameron Brannigan. I mean, he's fantastic. He's such a player. I
felt the keeper got to where the ball was going far too early as well. I mean, the keeper kind of was there, and then the ball just... I don't know. It was a great finish. Obviously, it's a great finish. And Oxford are on an absolute rampage.
They got a lot of players back. So they got Harris back. They got Dembele back. They got Placheta back. So and Brannigan. So happy days for them.
Gary Rowett, he's turned that ship around well and truly.
Oh yeah, hasn't he just?
A good signing of Mikhail Helik as well. No, he hasn't lost in the league.
Is that 4 wins and 1 draw in the
4 wins, 2 draws?
2 draws,
I think.
is it?
Dembele's back.
Oh yeah, Dembele's back. Everyone's back. It's absolutely fantastic. It really is.
Great for them in their first season. They're really, really having a good go.
They're having a good go, and that's what happens. When Des Buckingham was sacked, and everyone thought, "What is happening?" But they bring in Rowett, who is a proven championship operator. He is the person that can take them to those spots just outside the playoffs. Brilliant piece of management.
Yeah,
change over, I guess. Is that what you say? Yes, brilliant piece of managerial transfer stuff. And I feel they're going to have enough to steer well clear of the relegation battle.
I was just looking at the goal, seeing if it deflected. Maybe it was just so fast. My eyes are too slow.
we need VAR on this. We need VAR. There's no VAR in the Championship, but we can have VAR in Champ Chat, right?
Yeah. They're going to say, "Can I borrow your glasses?"
Yeah. Editor Kate, we need VAR. Was it deflected? Let us know.
And those playoff spots as well are just no one's taken it by the ruff of the neck and saying, "I want to be in the playoffs."
There's no consistency. Borough dropping it. Watford are having a good crack at it.
West Brom, drawing at home to Stoke. One of those teams. You think, right? Let's go on a run. Let's solidify
top four's run away with it though.
Yeah.
That's sort of gone under the radar as well, though, about the fact that West Brom have lost Corberán, and it's just expected that they carry on. I know that they got Tony Mowbray, and it's great to see him back, by the way, after his health issues. Really good to see him back. But yeah, it's not as easy as just carrying on winning. And they're sort of proof of that, because I a few weeks ago I was like, West Brom they'll be in the playoffs. I feel like they'll be one of those two teams that is there.
I think two of the spots are already taken by
the
top four. Essentially, it'd be a shame if two of those drop out and go into the playoffs.
Which I think is refreshing that there's four, because I think normally it's
one,
three.
one
runs away,
and then
there's second
two
and third,
going
and
for
then,
it.
But so all four teams still in with a shout at this stage.
It's just the league, isn't it? Like you think about at the top, it's like those four.
Yeah.
Then you've got a few that just can't.
6 or 7 for the playoffs.
Yeah, fifth to sort of 12th now. When you look at where QPR are, could go into
anyone can have
the rest of them can all go down.
Yeah, I know. It's mad. That's what makes this the best league in the world, in my opinion. But as always, a big thank you to our host, the Bricklayers Arms. Wherever you are in the country, come on down, check out their beers, check out what they got on tap. Warm welcome. Just don't come here on match days if you're not a Luton fan. And a big thank you to our audio partners, Black Star Amplification and Carry On, for all the toys on the table. And a big shout out to our sponsors, the Record Shop in Amersham. Wherever you are in England, head on down, get your vinyl, get your CDs, get your guitars, and mention the OK Football Show. You'll get a cheeky little discount. But yeah, whoever you support, have a great week.
Enjoy the midweek fixtures, guys.
Take care. Bye.